Hi everyone, I'm Delle. I'm a psychic intuitive medium. I'm excited that you're here with me today. We're going to be getting some channel messages from Spirit as well as working with the Moonology Oracle deck today. So if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Glad that you guys are all here today. If you haven't, please do subscribe to the channel. It's helping it grow, and I so appreciate seeing you guys be part of the community as it gets larger. So thank you so much. Do like the video and share as well if you find it enjoyable or want to send it to a friend. So I'm just gonna get quiet because I'm hearing some messages already from Spirit. The first one coming through it says brainwave. So I'm not getting too much more about that, but I'm just getting that you might be picking up on someone else's brainwave, meaning like their pattern of thought, or if you're around somebody a lot, you could be picking up on the way that they are thinking and feeling and applying it as yourself, as your own. Spirit's highlighting this because it's a form of enmeshment, and it's cautioning you to use your better judgment, and what this is saying is not to judge somebody, but it's to say, like, all right, let me make a judgment call about, like, do I actually feel this way? Does this belong to me? I'm hearing, or is this somebody else? Can I give this back to somebody else? Does this belong to somebody else? There's definitely this empathic energy, I believe, is coming from you. So it's this knowing how you operate and how you work as an empath. When you're around other people and you start to think things that don't necessarily sound like you, or maybe it's harder or trickier to pick up because they kind of do sound like you. Maybe you've felt this way once and you don't anymore. Specifically, it's around sadness or sorrow, or if you're like all of a sudden one day thinking or feeling the sorrow feeling and you're like, I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I thought I kicked this to the curb. I thought I dealt with this, and why is it coming up? And I'm hearing maybe you did, but the person next to you or the person on the bus or on the train, I'm seeing a subway, is actually going through a tough time today. Spirit's saying, mistake not, it's not your job to pull them out of it. It's your job to hold awareness and to hold your own currency, your own frequency. So your own energetic currency is what I'm trying to say. Staying firm and, okay, this is my energy, this is my energetic space, and that's theirs. You can always, of course, send, compassion and love to that person, but it's about not taking it on as your own and not deciding to take on or yield the responsibility to fix that person or to alleviate that person's discomfort. Okay, so that's coming through quite strongly. In doing so, they're highlighting self-love. So it's like this is a message of self-love. Doing what you need to do for yourself, no matter like any other kind of involvement is what I'm getting. So sometimes, like, if it's hard to tune these things out, especially if you're very sensitive empath, and you live with other people, or you have a romantic partner or something like that, it can be very difficult to shut that other person's feelings or stuff out. And when we do that, especially when we can feel what another person is going through, it can feel almost selfish to want to turn it out, because we feel how they're going through, but at the same time it's not there for us to take on. So that's the main message Spirit's saying. It's not there for us to take on. And I keep wanting to touch my throat, like it's not like for us to take on. So it could be that you're carrying this extra energy around your throat chakra, especially if you're feeling like hoarse, or you have a cough, like a nagging cough or a persistent cough that hasn't alleviated itself, or it's run its course longer than a normal cold would for you. I'm just seeing it's like you're wanting to express this emotion, but really it's about the other person needing to express this emotion. So if you feel called to just say, like, hey, I just noticed that I'm just a little worried about you. Can you go talk to somebody? Or would it help you to journal it out, or whatever? Always honor your boundaries. What am I willing to do? What am I not willing to do? Decide that ahead of time before you have this conversation with this other person. Map it out, and then you can proceed that way. But you can't break that promise. That has to be an agreement that you have with yourself. You can't break the promise of your own boundary, just to better serve someone else's comfort. And it can feel quite selfish to do that, especially if you're new to this practice, but it's definitely, I keep seeing it, self-love and self-confidence, and it actually holds space for the other person to process their own stuff, or it allows space for the other person to handle their own thing. So in a way, you're giving them the courage and the confidence to do what they need to do for themselves by backing up. So sometimes we think we have to handle everything too, and that's not actually the case. It's far from it, I'm hearing. So I feel this like, woo, like a rush of air, not rush of air, but this kind of like a, yeah, I guess just a rush of clarity or something like that in the brain where it's like, whoa. So you might just need to process this a little bit. But it's like new pathways are forming. It's a new type of thinking for you or some of you. That's what I'm getting. You don't have to divulge everything that you are going through, thinking or feeling to everybody at any time. It's just knowing when it's appropriate to do that for yourself. Some things are better kept to yourself, is what I'm hearing. Not that you're holding it in, but you are holding it in so that way you can deal with it in the appropriate manner. You're learning from past experiences. It's not always best to have a friend that you run to tell or talk about everything with, and that some things I'm just hearing it's meant to be kept for yourself. So I'm being guided to share there is a show, maybe some of you have seen it, the Vikings Valhalla. And I love that show, but I noticed I was watching it like this because there's so much violence and gore in it. And I liked the storyline, especially with Freydis's character, because she's like a shaman, a seer, and it was interesting. But anyway, I had to kind of put it to the side because it was difficult for me to watch it, but the storyline's great. Anyway, I forget what season this is in, but she is talking with one of the other like oracle people, and I guess she was asking her about visions or something, or dreams or whatever, and all Freydis said was like I don't understand my dreams, or she was talking about her dreams, but she didn't divulge all of like, so it started out like this, and then I was here, and then I did this, and then I saw this person. That was all that was needed to be shared, was she didn't understand her dreams, or I don't know if I'm remembering that exactly right, but like what the words were she said were exactly right. But the part that really stuck out to me was it's not always for you to share, for other people to receive all of your personal insights and wisdoms. Like there's always a time and space to share that. So unless you're feeling really called to share it from an intuitive or aligned space, rather than like a fear or, oh, I don't want them to think I'm withholding, but really it's just I'm getting something is meant just for you right now to kind of observe and to go through and to watch on your own before you share it with others. I'm kind of getting a similar like analogy or similar like message meaning through this analogy. Like if you're baking bread, you don't call everyone up and say like, we're on the second rise, we're on the third rise, or on this now, now I'm kneading the bread, I'm going to be doing this for 10 minutes. It's just, if you're wanting to share it, or the outcome is to share it, you just, hey, I made bread, that kind of a thing. And then everyone can enjoy it that way. So I'm just seeing some things are meant to be kept for yourself. Long story short. There's something you're very proud of. There's something you're very prideful of, in spite of what it takes to get there, what it took to get there. I'm hearing it like present day, like what it takes to get there. So it could be that you are very proud of yourself currently for something you are in the process of achieving or doing, and it's like you knew you had what it takes all along to get there, but you're still in the process of it. And I'm hearing Spirit say it's okay to be proud, it's okay to be prideful of it, and it's okay to be loud to enjoy your successes once this is all over and done. They keep going back that just don't divulge everything that you're doing. So it could be you're working on a project right now and Spirit's wanting you to keep that under wraps. As I said that, there was a van that went down the street. I'm seeing out the window, and it just says builders on on the van side. So it could be that, again, you're building something, or you're constructing something, or building a business for yourself, or a book, or it could be a bunch of things. I don't know. Just keep going. Even if you get stuck sometimes, that might be your indicator to rest, not quit. But I'm hearing you don't have to divulge every single step of the way to everybody, especially those who aren't involved. So, and then also reframing, what does involved mean? When someone is actually involved in knowing something, what criteria do they need to fill in order to be shared that information? So, for example, if it's financial information, it should just be whoever handles the finances. So if that's you and your partner, there isn't any reason for Bob, Harry, Sue, Fred, George to know about your finances, because it just involves the two of you. So it's just an example that's coming in. There's a reason for this too. I just heard before getting into the cards. I don't know what the reason is, but it's just that you know that you're being protected. And then there's one last channeled message before I get into divining through the cards, is password protected and encryption. So if you are sending something, or even if it's just a home computer or a shared computer, putting a password on there to protect your financial documents, your assets, your novel, your story, your online journal, whatever it is, your cloud password. It's like something needs to be updated to safeguard that. So that's all I'm getting about that. So none of these messages are ever to bring about fear or anything like that. It's just giving us a heads up, like a warning about, oh, you know, I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to update my passwords. Or come to think of it, my computer doesn't have a password, or my phone doesn't have a password. I'm hearing my wallet doesn't have a password. So for some, it's like the I think on an iPhone you just hit the side. I don't really use this feature, so I know you hit the side and it's like your wallet's there and you can use Apple Pay, but I'm seeing like if someone were to pick that up off the ground, maybe it dropped out of your pocket, they would just have access to your money and to your bank account and information and stuff like that. So I'm just hearing just to safeguard your wallet and all of your anything personal or confidential that only you or the relevant people would have access to, just safeguarding that. That's way too many, like 10 cards flew out. Just not that many. Let me see. Hopefully that's made sense so far. A couple more. Okay. Bottom of the deck is full moon in Pisces, balance, spirituality, and practicality. So there's something about balance coming in that the cards are talking about right away. Carp came through in another reading, and I'm not sure which one it is, but it's on the channel. Something about carp being like particularly lucky for somebody. This, I don't think this has to do with it, but I'm seeing the Chinese New Year could be symbolic. I did film a pick a card reading for the channel if you want to check it out. I can link it in the description box. It was quite lengthy, but it's there if you want to check it out. So we have prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. So I think all these, like the earlier messages about safeguarding and then being in a practice of only talking about what is necessary to talk about or share with other people, as well as knowing what's my energy or what's your energy and what's somebody else's energy. It's preparing you for a bigger amount of prosperity or abundance or social stature or something like that that's coming in for you in the future. So it's just about getting your mindset right, so that way you're not coming at it from the mindset that served you for this amount of prosperity. Now you're shifting your mindset, behaviors, attitudes, beliefs, principles, practices into handling this amount of prosperity. So I definitely see you're on the right path for that. You're on the trajectory to that, so that's awesome. The answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. Yeah, there's something about clarity needing to come through. I filmed a Parsley reading on the channel. I'm not sure if it will come out before this video or after, so I will put the link in the description box if you want to check that out. So we just divined with the parsley oil that I had made for a soup, so I had some left over and I thought it would be fun to do a reading. Anyway, there's clarity coming. So it's just about being patient, working with what you have right now. If you're waiting for a response or an answer back, there's things you don't know. So there's more to the story. It's often we like if we don't get an answer to a message, an email, a text or something, or even in a thread, it's so quick and easy to jump to these conclusions about, oh, they don't want me. They don't, I don't belong here. I'm not wanted in this group anymore. They're ignoring me. And I'm getting, it's just, even if it's a group of like 10 people, there's still something else that's going on that it has nothing to do with you. So understanding that it's really at the root of it, for you to decide, actually, I'm hearing for you to sit with and see what's going on in there. So it could be, why does it bother you to not get a response right away? Obviously, we want the answers and stuff, but I'm just getting it. It's highlighting a sense of insecurity, a small one, but it's there. So we can shine a light on it and alleviate it, dissipate it. But the answers are coming. So if you're expecting information or something, it's on its way. It's just hasn't reached you yet. Okay, that could even be the mail too. You know. Being guided to share, it's like I've been waiting on a piece of mail from an old employer because it's tax season, and it's just, I know people who have gotten theirs already, and I'm just like waiting and waiting and waiting. And at first I was like, why doesn't the universe want me to have this piece of mail? And it's like, no, like I know full well it only lasted a second, but it's like I know full well, like the mail in my area is slow. Like we get things way later than other people do in the neighborhood, and it's just, it is what it is. And it occurred to me, like, you know what? Like I don't even have time to do what I need to do when I do get that piece of mail in. So it's like, everything comes in due timing is what I'm hearing. Step out of your comfort zone. For some of you, thinking differently or even practicing not oversharing or something like that, or not running to this person every time you have a problem or a thought or a sneeze I heard, or a laugh. It's like it's making you feel a little uncomfortable because it's not how you normally would behave. But I'm hearing it's good to step out of your comfort zone so that way you can embody this new version of you that wants to emerge. I'm hearing it's like you're already here. The new version of you is already here. It's like it's just like training season, so you're getting warmed up, and I'm seeing like there's always that part in the spy movie that like the issue happens and then they pick the spy that's going to handle the situation, but they always bring them in and they show them like all the pieces of equipment that they're going to be using and what each one does. So that's coming through. Spy with Melissa McCarthy, really funny movie, that's coming through as well, where it's just like this spray does this, or this whatever does this. I feel like you're learning about like your new like welcome viewer, your brain is upgraded. This is how you can think now. Your brain functions like this, and this is what the latest update does. And it's like you're still getting a handle of how to be you in this new version of you. Hold your vision. The things that you want, the things that you are trying to manifest, the things that have brought you to this destiny and that are keeping you moving forward. It's just like it's happening. So it's just coming in steps and steps. So just stay attuned to the thought that you wanted, the manifestation that you wanted to bring in. Maybe you've done a vision board. Maybe you still need to do a vision board, or you haven't yet. Now's the time to do one, I'm hearing. And just really get specific about what you want, I heard somebody say, or I'm hearing a question like, do you want a husband, or do you want a loyal, loving, respectful, playful, fun, adventurous, endearing husband? That kind of a thing. So just being clear and feeling that energy of what would it be like if I had this already, and just embodying that. And when you embody it, it's like allowing yourself, I'm feeling like allowing yourself to fully enjoy the feeling of it. So it's just, I'm feeling like someone who, like, I really want to be warm, so they wrap this big coat around them, and they can actually lean into the coat and feel what it feels like to have the comfort of warmth. So you can also try on like a future feeling that way too. Just allow yourself to play and have imagination with, how would this feel like if I tried it on? What would it feel like if I tried on? feel like to have a job I really like, or like a home I really want. For some of you, it's I just saw someone's manifesting a comb, a better comb. What would it feel like? How does the comb feel like when it runs through your hair? Is it does it tangle at all, or just like, nope, it always just pulls the knots right out? That kind of a thing. So that's all I'm seeing for this video. So I do hope that helped. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, stay well.